So, good morning, all of you. So, we have seen the introductory part of your IR spectroscopy. By exposing the molecule to the IR radiations, we are going to get the information regarding the functional group that is present in an organic molecule and the change that is being seen in the organic molecule, that it changes its vibrational state and gets excited to the another higher vibrational state. And so, this response is being collected by absorbing these IR radiations. These are being recorded by the IR spectrophotometer and we get the IR spectrum. Now, when we are saying that the molecules are the atoms in the molecule are in a continuous motion, means they are vibrating, means the two atoms, as the covalent bond between the atom, the covalent bond between the atoms, bond between atoms is not rigid. It is not rigid, and as it is not rigid, means it is constantly vibrating. It is constantly vibrating, and when it is constantly vibrating, means we say that it either stretches, contracts, or or bend with respect to with respect to each other, with respect to each other. And so, these changes in the molecule are useful for the absorption of IR radiation. These changes are useful for the absorption. So, the two different modes of vibrations are of a molecule. Two different modes of vibrations of molecule or atoms in a molecule are as stretching vibrations, stretching vibrations, and the second, that is bending vibrations. Bending vibrations. Now, when we say stretching vibrations, when we say the stretching vibrations between the atom A and B, suppose, means here either this AB bond, it will increase the length of the bond, or the distance between the two atoms will decrease. The distance between the two atoms will increase or it will decrease. Means, suppose here there is the atom A, and just like a spring, so here this is the atom B. This is the normal stage. This is the normal stage. Either it will stretch, means A, it will stretch, means the distance between these two atoms will increase, or this is the stretching, or it will contract. A, it will contract. So this is contracts, means the length of the bond, either it will increase or decrease, means this process between the two different atoms is continuously going on. And so the stretching vibrations are of two types. Stretching vibrations are of two types, that is the symmetrical stretching and asymmetrical stretching. Means the stretching can also be of two types, that is the symmetrical or asymmetrical. Suppose here we will just consider a molecule. Here there are the four different bonds. So here we will consider these two bonds between these three atoms. Now when they will stretch in the same directions, means they will pull together in the same direction. So such type of stretching, they is called as your symmetrical stretching. And when these both will stretch in opposite direction, one gets stretched and the other gets contracted, means this length increases and this decreases. Here both the length either increases or both decreases simultaneously. Such type of stretching is called as your symmetrical stretching, and here it is asymmetrical stretching. So in this way, this stretching vibrations, these are shown by the, these are seen in the functional group region, and all the absorption in the single bond in the functional group region are due to the stretching vibrations, and that may be of the type that is symmetrical or asymmetrical stretching. Then comes your bending vibrations. Now bending vibrations means it is the change in the bond angle, it is the change in the bond angle, that is the change in bond angle, means this bond angle either changes, the bond angle between the two covalent atom, means the at two atoms when they are bonded by a covalent bond, there is a change in the bond angle, and due to this the position of the relative original bond axis is being changed. And so these bending vibrations are of two types, that is in plane bending, and out of plane bending, in plane bending and out of plane bending. Now in plane bending is again of two types, that is scissoring, scissoring and rocking, scissoring and rocking. And out of plane bending vibrations are again of two types, that is wagging and twisting. So this is out of plane. Now here in plane bending vibrations, which we say that it is scissoring, means we are, scissoring is the name which is coming from the name of a scissor. Scissor means we are using the scissor regularly. And so here when the two, here the two atoms when they are bonded, here again we will just see that one moves in the inward direction, one bond moves in the inward direction, and this bond moves in the inward direction, means both moves in the inward direction. And when both moves in the inward direction, it acts like a scissor, means the bond angle changes, means the bond angle either decreases from both the side and again it increases, or it will expand. So in this way it is called as your scissoring. And when the both the bonds, they either move to the left simultaneously, means they, it's just like a rocking, means it moves from left to right, left to right. So in some watches, clocks, we have seen the dolls, they are just moving their neck to the left right, left right, and that is called as your rocking. And so both moves to any one of the direction, either to the left hand side or to the right hand side. Now wagging, wagging, that is the out of plane, means these two bonds, one will come forward, and the, here both the bonds will come either forward out of plane, means this is the plane, and this both the bonds will move backward or forward, backward and forward. So it is called as your wagging. And here these bonds, one moves backward and the other moves forward, means it is twisting, means from the plane one goes behind the plane and one comes ahead in front of the plane. And so in this way, means they are twisting, they are twisting. And so in this way it is called as your twisting type of bending vibration. So these are the four types of vibrations. Two are in plane bending, two are in plane, and two are out of plane bending vibrations. So the next part of this topic that we want to see, that is the fundamental modes of vibration. fundamental modes of vibrations. Now, the various stretching and bending vibration occurs in at any certain frequency, and these vibrations that will cause the change in dipole moment means the vibrations that causes change in dipole moment, change in dipole moment of the molecule, dipole moment of a molecule of a molecule, will absorb will absorb the IR radiations, and so the number of modes of vibrations, the number of fundamental modes of vibration is given by the number of atoms in a molecule. The number of fundamental modes, the number of fundamental modes of vibration, fundamental modes of vibrations is given by number of atoms, number of atoms n in a molecule, and this is nothing but the degree of freedom of a vibrations in a molecule, and that depends on the geometry, that depends on the geometry and the molecule will have 3n degrees of freedom, 3n degree of freedom, and depends on geometry of the molecule, whether it is linear or non-linear, linear or non-linear. And so the degrees of freedom, it is the 3n degrees of freedom that is seen in every molecule, and so the number of fundamental modes are given by the total number of atoms in a molecule, and so it also depends on the geometry of the molecule, and the geometry may be either linear or non-linear. If the molecule is linear, if the molecule is linear, so for linear molecule 3n minus 5 degrees of possible vibrations, freedom of vibrations, 3n minus 5 possible vibrations, possible vibrations, 3n minus 5, where capital N is the number of atoms, capital N is number of atoms in a molecule, number of atoms in a molecule. And for non-linear molecule, for non-linear molecule, for non-linear molecule 3n minus 6 possible vibrations, 3n minus 6 possible vibrations. Again, now here we will just see the different types of molecules, number of atoms n, and geometry of the molecule, and the possible fundamental modes of vibrations, possible fundamental modes of vibrations. So here we can just see that how many molecules and in what way they are going to show. So for the linear molecules, that is NO, the number of atoms present are 2, N and O. Geometry is linear, geometry is linear. Fundamental modes of vibration, that is 3n minus 5, 3n means 3 into 2 6 minus 1, so here 3 into 2 minus 5, so here it is one fundamental mode of vibration. Then CO2, that is carbon dioxide. This is again the linear molecule having 3 atoms. So 3 into 3 minus 5 is the 4. So the molecule is linear and the number of fundamental modes of vibrations are 4. 3, 3, 9, 9 minus 5, 4. Then the H, C, triple bond C, H. Here the number of atoms are 4. Here the number of atoms are 4. So here this molecule is also linear. This molecule is also linear, and so here 4 into 3 into 4, 4 3 are 12. 12 minus 5, the number of fundamental modes are 7. Then CS2, here the 3 atoms are there, and so 3 3s are 9 minus 5, so the fundamental modes are 4. So in this way you must be able to calculate the fundamental modes of vibrations of the different kinds of molecules, whether they are linear or non-linear. You will have to judge it. So there is a compulsory question on this point. Then for the non-linear molecules are your H2O. 3 atoms are there, and here the geometry is not linear, it's non-linear geometry. So the formula which we are going to use, that is 3n minus 6. So here 3 into 3 minus 6, that is the non-linear geometry, and the total number of fundamental modes of vibrations, that will be 3. So in this way we can calculate the fundamental modes of vibrations for the different molecules. Here for ammonia it is 4 atoms are there. So 3 into 4, 12 minus 6, non-linear geometry, and here the fundamental modes of vibrations will be your 6. Then methane, here we are having the 5 atoms. So 3 into 5 minus 6, that is 15. 15 minus 6, here you are going to get the 9 fundamental modes of vibrations. Then for benzene, that is 12 atoms are there. 3 into 12 minus 6, so the nonlinear geometry and the number of fundamental modes of vibrations are 30. So in this way we can calculate the fundamental modes of the vibrations for the different types of molecules, whether they are linear or non-linear. So the frequency and amplitude are the characteristics of vibrational motion. Frequency and amplitude are the characteristics of vibrational motion. Means the vibrational motion which we consider, the characteristics of these vibrational motions are frequency and amplitude. Means that is the frequency of the uh, vibration and the amplitude of vibration, which is given by Hooke's law. That is, mu is equal to 1 upon 2 pi c into square root of k upon mu, where mu is the frequency of light, c is the speed of light, that is 3 into 10 raised to 10 centimeters per second. K is the force constant of bonds in molecule, means how strongly or weakly the bonds are, atoms are held with each other, and is the mu is the reduced mass of balls or atoms, means that is the reduced mass of the atoms. That is, mu is equal to m1 plus m2 upon m1 into m2. So here we can calculate for the different bonds or the different that is OH bond. Suppose OH, the two atoms are there, reduced masses of this. So oxygen 16 and hydrogen 1. So here the mu is equal to your 16 into 16 plus 1, sorry, m1 into m2 plus m1 plus m2. So here 16 into 1 upon 16 plus 1 here is equal to 16 upon 17, it's equal to 0.94. And so in this way we can calculate the reduced masses of the different atoms. So for CH, mu is equal to your 12 into 1 upon 12 plus 1 is equal to 12 upon 13 is equal to 0.923, means it determines the strength. This shows that the bonds between the heavier atoms, bonds between heavier atoms vibrates at low frequency, vibrates at low frequency, and shorter bonds, shorter bonds between atoms vibrates at higher frequency, higher frequency. And so here we can just see the different kinds of bonds. That is, suppose the type of bond here, it is your C triple bond C, C double bond C, C single bond C. The force constants of these bonds, force constant of this bond, it is 10, sorry, 15 into 10 raised to 5, 10 into 10 raised to 5, and 5 into 10 raised to 5 dynes per centimeter. And so the frequency here it is 2150 reciprocal centimeter, here it is 1650 reciprocal centimeter, and here it is 1150 reciprocal centimeters. And so in this way we can show, or this force constant, the strength of the bonds can be determined, and depending on that the bonds between the heavier atom vibrates at lower frequency, and the shorter bonds between vibrates at higher frequency. So this is the shorter bond, the bond length goes on increasing here. So here it is 1.54, here it is 1.34, and here it is 1.20. So in this way, as the bond length decreases, the absorption shifts towards the higher frequency. So in this way we can implement these things to our studies of the IR spectroscopy. And so the when a molecule is exposed to this IR radiations, the frequency of absorption of the frequency of absorption and the vibrational frequency of the bond, when both of this matches, means whenever the vibration means the bonds are continuously vibrating, as these bonds are continuously vibrating, and when we are passing the IR radiations, the frequency that affects the vibrational state of the bond, the absorption takes place. The absorption takes place at this, and when the absorption takes place, it gets excited from a lower energy level to the higher energy level. And so in this way we will just continue this thing in the next lecture. Thank you very much.